Hello and welcome to another Escapecraft server event. This week we bring you Red vs. Blue, courtesy of server mentor Invulnerable. The name of the game is to plant 3 flags on capture points around the arena and plant your flag within the enemy base, setting off an explosive finish. The teams this week consist of the Red Team, Victini 998, Shadow Knight 193, Iron Fang, Techno Virus, Run and Gun 41, Sneaky Lizard, and E.P. Johnson. The blue team, hoping to oppose them, is Books Penguin, Superdog 711, Jay Scooty, Wild Will 002, Sean Pat 99, Garrett Fire, and myself, the Leprechauns. Let's get right into it with round number 1. And here we go. We are underway. You can see the blue team getting ready, getting supplies, and heading out into the battlefield. Except, it appears I'm the only one who made it. Heading out into the battlefield, I don't think anyone is really sure that the event has even started. See how leisurely I get my inventory ready. Staring around, looking at the base. You'd never know that the event has actually started. That's right, we've actually started. Where is the blue team? The blue team is not to be found. They're complaining about helmets. Oh no. This is not a very good start for the blue team. The red team's already out capturing points. The entire red team. Out in the arena, I still look dazed and confused. I don't know what I'm fighting. I'm hiding in a corner. Finally, we spot a red. And we're pretty sure the game has begun now, as Iron Fang comes up behind us and starts stabbing us in the back. You'll notice that the absence of hats is going to make the first couple of rounds very confusing. Nobody knows quite who's on whose team. Iron Fang playing with the bow, but he gets me with the sword. Victini is spawn camping at this point, which is not good for a blue team, which is still trying to recover from a bad start. You'll notice that Garrett Fire has already stabbed me in the back. That is partially because of the absence of my hat. Something we'll note very further on is because of a weird technical issue. I'm heading over to the point on the left here. It's a capture I kept my eye on the entire game, you'll notice. My personal strategy was to stay left and to let the rest of my team worry about all the other points. If I can just focus on the left side, the easiest point for us to keep, and not have to worry about that at all, then the rest of our team could focus on the 2 harder points on the other side of the arena. Getting into combat, I didn't even realize Jay Scooty was on my team at this point because we're both without helmets. Victini runs right past me there, failing to kill me. But it's later that I realized they were going for our capture point. I headed into the middle here to assist with that point, but I decided instead to turn around and double check on this point. Good thing I did, because I now realized that Victini had run right past me in order to capture our point. So I placed Wolf. Without realizing it, Jay Scooty is on our team, and I start attacking him wildly. He backs off, but I still think he's on red team and just hiding to heal. So I come up on him, and it's right here where I realize that he's on my team, pulling out Blue Wolf. In the confusion, Iron Fang has managed to get behind us and plant the red wolf. He's also managed to kill me in the process. Shadow Knight's camping our spawn here, but he instead decides to run away. I have problems with that gate at several points during this event. I have never had good luck with pressure pads. Iron Fang is also spawn camping, and he decides to start attacking me. I'm not the best one-on-one fighter. So after a quick respawn and a fight with the gate again, we come out and attempt to capture the farthest capture point. Sneaky Lizard is in my way, and we'll try and attack him while he's in his inventory. He comes after me with a bow, and at first it's kind of effective. But we're going to regroup around the side here with the assistance of Books Penguin and our capture point. As Sneaky Lizard tries to come over the top and charge us, I come on behind him and get a killing blow. At this point, the capture point is secure, and I decide I want to go do some damage in the middle of the arena. Iron Fang's trying to capture our point here. We're going to put some hits on him. At this point, Carrot Fire and our team doesn't realize that I am on his team. And once again, I am taking damage from my own players. Trying to put some heat on those bowmen up top. Trying to keep them off of Book's Penguin on the side there. You can tell I'm not very good with the bow. But you'll see I'll redeem myself later. I decide to get a better position on the bow. Try and get some better hits on him, but at this point the bowmen have all hidden down inside the base. So we're going to take off for the arena, for the middle of the arena now. See, the gate is not open, so I decide to head back to my original capture point. At this point, I didn't even notice that the gate was now open. We managed to get the Book's capture point back. So I follow Sneaky Lizard back up to the left capture point. Because I know that that's where he's trying to go. He heads up into our archery tower. And I follow him up there and stab him. Solid kill. Later, we come down to find the middle of the arena is still unoccupied. The red team is nowhere to be found. You'll see that it's because they're actually off capturing our points. I'll throw a couple bow shots in here to try and assist our man at the gate. Although I'm pretty sure I missed and hit him. That was Sneaky Lizard that just went down. And at this point, Garrett Fire and I don't realize we're on the same team because we're missing hats. Oh no, it's pandemonium, and Carrot Fire gets a team kill. Oh no, blue team is still in disarray. Once again, we're going to head over to the left. Make sure we have that easy capture point. If we lose this point, then there's a good chance we're going to lose the match. I find Shadow Knight trying to climb up into the tower and attack our teammate. We're not going to have that. Once again, you can tell how bad my personal one-on-one skills are. Yes, it takes forever to clean up an unsuspecting opponent with their back turned to me. I capture the flag for good measure. Now, out of some form of mystery, Run and Gun explodes. He's missing. It's unknown where he went, but I certainly didn't get the kill. This was a poor decision on my part, trying to take on both Sneaky and what I believe is Victini up at the top of the hill. I'd done some damage to Sneaky Lizard and I thought I could take him. But with Victini there, Victini the week before had won the title of the Finished in our Apocalypse event, and that means that he's not too shabby at running and fighting. Although that was pure chaos, and this is a set event. But you'll see that he is a formidable fighter in Minecraft, and he's done some damage to me already. We'll come back and recap the blue point, just for good measure. Superdog doesn't realize we're on the same team. We have to block swords in order to tell. But Shadow Knight's trying to come up behind us. I don't even think Superdog saw them. So we're gonna clean them up real quick. And Run and Gun got in behind us. We didn't even notice. Double check that Sneaky Lizard or one of the other Reds that like to come up this side isn't coming. Go and help Superdog mop up. We've recaptured blue corner yet again. I'm going to refer to it as blue corner because we had the capture 99% of the time here. Of course, right now, Run and Gun and Victini are lagging so hard I cannot get them. They're stuck in a tree. We're going to try our /hat command at this point, and this is what's leading to some of our issues. If we don't get a hat at the beginning of the round, and we have to use the slash hat command in order to put a blue wool on our head. I didn't know that, so the game was glitching and putting a sword on my head as we mop up run and gun to protect our capture point. Later that round, we catch Iron Fang trying to get a hold of our wool, but Victini's right there. Oh no. And once again, we get Victini and save the blue capture point for now. And you'll see the derp here, right there, you'll see that I had a sword as a hat. Whenever I put in the slash hat command, it puts in the block that you have selected as a hat. I didn't know that at the time, so I kept putting my sword as my hat, which led to some very confusing points as Victini comes and gets me while I'm not paying attention. A couple moments later, I'll get a couple hits in Victini as he captures the point for red, and I fail to kill him in the process. I immediately head back out to the arena to try and get some points on here. I get the feeling that Victini has seen me come up that side at this point, so I'm trying to go from the middle of the arena to try and get around them. Garrett Fire doesn't realize I'm on his team once again because of the hack command. It's giving me so many problems. So we're gonna head up and double check that the blue capture point is still blue, as we catch Victini trying to come up and do some damage again. At this point, he knows where I am at every turn, but I just don't comprehend that fact. I will continue to go back there, and Victini will continue to kill me. For most of this game, Blue has had 2 out of 3 capture points, though we have failed to get into the enemy base. Pretty soon, that's going to change. You'll see right here that I capture the blue flag yet again for the left corner. And at this point, the enemy base is open. I just don't realize it yet. So, inquisitively, I try and make a little bit of a charge in, and I get in. The base is open, but the reds are all in there. I didn't realize. We try and do some damage to Victini and try and keep him out of this base area. And at this point, no one knows how to capture an enemy base. I'm chipping away at this fenced wall. The actual way to capture the base is in that silver door on the back side there. We didn't even realize that at this point, as the gates are closed. And Victini comes to try and clean me up at the gate, and he will. But now, the death bells are ringing for the Reds. They have lost control of the game. I'll head over to the left capture point once again to double check that it is still in blue team hands. Like I said, if we can keep the left corner, that's the easiest corner. That means we can focus our attention on the 2 harder corners and blitz those sides. That was pretty much our team strategy the entire time. Keep 1 or 2 people back on the left corner, and everyone else head to the other 2 capture points in order to secure those. At this point, the red door is open. I just don't realize it. Although right here, we're going to get a telltale from Invin. And when I see this, I go bolting for the capture point. We know we have a limited window before they charge out and destroy one of our flags and lock us out yet again. But it's already too late because the blue team has won round number 1. After round number 1, it is 1-0 in favor of blue team. As you can see, blue team had a bad start, but we managed to charge back late and take over the red base, destroying it in the process, earning ourselves point number 1 in red versus blue. We're going to get right into round number 2. Round number 2 is underway in red versus blue. Once again, blue team is a little dysfunctional at the beginning. We can't seem to get our equipment signed to work at the same time. But we get in, and it's now time for round number 2 to get underway. You'll see once again the slash hat command has failed me. I am now wearing a bow on my head. And once again, the gate has failed me, sticking me at the door. We're gonna head over to that left side again and try and take it over. With Sneaky Lizard right here. But we have help from Sean Pat, and we take Sneaky Lizard away. We head back up to the left capture point that Sneaky had just taken, and we're gonna claim it for blue team. We're gonna come around the side and try and get in between these trees here. It's a strategy that I employed it several times during this this game, is staying in the trees to the left and try and cover myself up. Even if my name's visible, they're not gonna see exactly where I am. Tyrus Engineer, one of our video department or event department people, is telling me to put my hat on. At this point, I already have a hat on, I know, and you'll see right there that it is a bow. But it's already over because Superdog apparently managed to get into the red base. It's already planted. People can't believe it. The red team can't believe it. The event mentors can't believe it. This was the shortest round they could have ever expected. We can see at least 2 pieces of blue wool have been placed. We can confirm that 2 out of 3 are blue. We cannot quite see the third over on the side here. But it appears that blue team has won. But Invin has declared that there will be a rematch. Round 2 was not good enough for him. The event is not over. So we're going to quit here and head into round number 3 with the score 1.5 to 0 in favor of blue team. The door is open and round number 3 is underway. After the hiccup of round number 2, I don't think it was a hiccup. I saw at least 2 out of the 3 wolves were blue, and I'm pretty sure the third one was as well. I'm pretty sure that was a legitimate plant, but we're gonna go into round number 3 anyway, give the Reds a chance to come back. But we can't get our equipment sign to work yet again. I'm stuck in the room. We're stuck at spawn. Myself and Garrett Fire and Superdog 711 are sitting here tapping on the sign. It does nothing. Look. 1, 2, nothing. No teleport. Sean Pat's already got arrows in him. But we can't get through the sign. We're stuck at spawn. Steve Ab, one of our server admins, is coming by to check. But still, nothing. Nothing. We're trying to solve the problem. Round 3 is well underway. We want to get into battle. We're supposed to be covering this stupid event. Garrett Fire gets in. I try something, put on a hat, and it lets me in. It's let me in the entire game without putting on one of those leather caps, but for whatever reason, it didn't want me to go in without it this time. So we're going to get ourselves situated, get into the arena, and get on with round number 3. You'll see once again we are heading over to the left. This is because we're following the same strategy, but EP Johnson is there to kill us and take us out. A couple minutes later, we're on the same side yet again. And this time Vic Tinney makes a charge for the capture point. We're going to head up and try and get him. But instead he just takes off. And we recap the point right behind him without him ever being the wiser. We'll head back over to the side here and try and protect it. Because here comes EP Johnson yet again. And he will get us yet again. Oh no! EP Johnson retakes the point. Having trouble with the gate again, we'll come around the side, once again going left, trying to recapture the point that EP Johnson just took from us. He left the area. We'll head back up here, but we'll slash hat our sword away yet again. You'll see it right here. Man, that was giving me some problems. and Matt's got a laugh out of it later tonight. We'll capture the point, capture the goods, and we'll head over to assist our teammate. With the addition of a hat, of course. Following over to the side again, Iron Fang managed to get the cap, but EP Johnson is there to help defend him as I try and once again go and capture the point with their backs turned. It doesn't work. A little bit later, Victini and Iron Fang are there. But I'll take the same strategy again. And once again, Victini and Iron Fang get the drop on me. But Victini goes down! But Iron Fang mops up the mess. Once again, we'll head over to the left side. They've retaken that point several times. The strategy is not working like it was before. But we're going to stay strong. We're going to stick with it. We're going to try and take the left. Victini is taken down by Sean Pat, who replaces the team's flag. A bit later, I try and make a charge into the middle and take down Shadow Knight, but I didn't notice that Sneaky was there. So I decided to use a bit of strategy here, lure them away from the middle, allowing our team to kill the capture point in the middle, and leading them to the capture point that's easiest for us to take. But Victini's there to mop me up. And now we'll see Sneaky Lizard and EP Johnson are spawn camping our gate. They've taken up a new strategy, killing us before we can get in the arena. But it fails there. Sneaky Lizard goes down, and EP Johnson goes down a minute later. Having trouble with the gates again, we'll head back to the left, retake some of our materials, and try and recapture that left point. You'll see I try and go around the side. I know that the wool is there and the gate is open. We're going to make a charge and try and do as much damage to the people in this gate as humanly possible. I know I'm not going to take them down, but I'm here to do as much damage as possible and let our better fighters mop it up afterwards. Superdog's wearing the wrong color hat, and Sneaky Lizard goes right into our base behind me. He is spawn camping, but we don't care. We're going to go to that left side yet again. Make sure that wool is still there. They have been making charges up this left side the entire time, and it is once again there, but Wild Wool will recap it for blue. We'll head back up to the gate, seeing as it's open. But the Victini charges in the middle and takes over the middle point. The gate is closed, and Victini will mop us up. So we'll charge out the middle, once again having problems with the gates. We'll try and keep this middle point in favor of us, with EP Johnson trying to cap it. And right while he's shooting arrows at us, we'll use the capture point as a defense and take it right in front of him, forcing him to spend the time to kill us and take it over again. Victini's spawn camping, but we don't care. We mop him up quickly and head back out into the action. Heading left yet again, we want to make sure that left capture point is intact, especially with EP Johnson running away from it at full speed. We're pretty sure he just capped it. And we'll see that he will, but Garrett Fire retakes it for blue. At this point, red gate is open. We're going to charge for it yet again, using a different strategy this time, but the gates are closed. We have to run away. Victini and Iron Fang are right there, but Iron falls off the side. We mop up Victini. We're going to take out our blue wool and charge right up the middle. This is our new strategy. Get in there. Don't even fight. Get in there while the wool is gone. Myself and Garrett Fire are fighting to take over the capture point. Sean Pad is there. Technovirus is steadily trying to win for the red, but it's too late. Blue has taken the capture point. The TNT is off, and blue team wins. Red versus blue on a capture by Sean Pat and myself. Congratulations, blue team. With a score of 2.5-0, blue team wins the event. Victory is sweet for the blue team. We are distributed 1 diamond block each as our prize for winning. After a quick team picture, we head back out onto the battlefield because Invin has declared a bonus round. The bonus round that Invin spoke of consists of him blowing us to Kingdom Come with lava and TNT while we fight amongst ourselves like rats. It's his little way of saying thank you for showing up and making this event a success. blue team is the victors. Our flag remains at the end of bonus time, proving that once and for all, we are awesome. But that'll do it for this week's Escapecraft server event. We'll be back next week for Total Wipeout and our continuing coverage for the Escapecraft YouTube channel. Join us next week, and we bid you farewell!